So it's been a minute since I've posted a YouTube garden video. I have another YouTube channel that's bicycle content. I've been focused on that for a while and I just haven't done it. The point of this video is just going to be a quick walk around, look at the status of things here in the garden in July. Today's July 16th. So yeah, we're just going to do a quick walk around and look at the status of things as they are today. That's all this video is going to be. So here's how the pre-planned garden worked out. I have a whole video that I've made but still haven't posted about this process of using this pre-planned garden from Bluestone Perennials. Everything's worked out just about. The only thing that didn't seem to like the new space was some soapwort. This kit came with 2 soapwort plants, which unfortunately just didn't like this environment. I planted them right against this curb, which is a pretty harsh space, and I've since gone in and I'm going to start doing succulents along here. But everything else in the kit survived, and I've added a few things from seed, some liatris here, and some butterfly weed that I've done from seed. So I'm real happy with it. I love these. A lot of the plants have already peaked. A lot of things flowered right away. All the black-eyed Susans flowered right away. And I think just a few weeks ago, I went in and ripped everything out under the mailbox and have started a rock garden. I've got a yucca plant. I've always wanted a yucca plant, and I'm going in and I'm plugging in succulents. So this is going to be a rock garden, and I'll fill in with succulents as I have time to collect them all. And yeah, everything out there is doing good. This is still kind of a mess over here, but I finally got some allium plants up back here. None of my allium bulbs did what I wanted. These allium plants are doing pretty good. Here's my dahlia. Some dahlias for the year. Some of these loropetalums seem to be losing their color, but they're doing okay. This was a jazz hand loropetalum. It's just totally lost its color. A bunch of zinnias have grown from seed. Yeah, I've talked about this bed a lot, but let's go look at other stuff. Last year I was pretty aggressive in killing every Joro spider I saw, and I can tell that it's made a difference in their overall population. And I'll kill this guy when I'm done making this video, and it's made a big difference. You build a pollinator garden, you don't want spiders and killing pollinators. But yeah, so here's my little fellow that my mom gave me for my birthday. He's a cool little nightstand. And yeah, this is I guess I'm shooting here the vine, the wisteria vine. All on this fence is doing pretty well. And I've plugged in all these gladioluses they were over there last year. I hated them. I don't like them. I don't like them as a plant at all, really. But rather than throw them away, I put them along this fence line, and that's fine for now. So that's kind of how that fence line's looking. And then we've got some roses, the first roses I've ever done, and got some of these guys that I did from seed that I collected myself. We tried some of these guys. I can't remember I make the videos and I can't remember their names for some reason. I did these pots. I don't think I'll do that again. They were, I grew from seed. Those guys. Let's go look at the seed bed. So everything in this bed is from seed. And not all of it worked out. A lot of it did. Let's go look at what did. I'm a little disappointed with the overall look of it, but I'm definitely learning. You know, it's much as it's a new bed. You know, like the soil's not great. Everything is seed. So we learned. I believe this is hyssop. Of course, I got my zinnias. Well, those are cosmos. I got some cosmos, some zinnias, some bachelor's buttons, some of flamingo celosia here. What I did at the end was I just didn't have enough seeds, so I just plugged in all of these impatiens. And I've got some more over there we'll go look at in a second. I just have so much of the seed because they're such big seed producers. It's just really easy to collect these seeds, but they don't last the whole season. They're big, they dominate, and then they die. So, but I've been collecting seeds for a couple of years now, and it's like, let's get rid of every seed in my seed bank if I can. And so that's why I planted so many of them, and they kind of drown out some of the other newer plants I was trying, I guess, which would be hyssop and just I think some violas down there. Alyssium didn't work out. Planted a lot of alyssium. It did not like my yard. But these forget-me-nots, these are all forget-me-nots. And they are doing great. And I think that's going to be my plan next year, is to make forget-me-nots the thing I do all along the border here. And then a lot of things here got planted late, and a lot of things just didn't work out. We came in last minute with some zinnias and I've got some Mexican sunflower. I don't remember the more official name of it. They're late bloomers, so hopefully we'll see them come in later in the year. So, you know, not great, not perfect, but a start, a start to learning how to cottage garden and what works. These bachelor, and the ones that worked are like the ones that you would think. So, yeah, and there's a lot of things still that they won't flower till later in the season. So that's pretty good. Let's look at it from some other angles. Of course, it got some great zinnias. It looks pretty good from here. Sweet peas didn't work out for whatever reason. Looks like I could do some vine control. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a garden, if an imperfect one. And then we've got the shade garden, which is worked out, which is no surprise. I have experience with it. Of course, it's dominated by the hostas. We got one big hosta out of there this year, but we still have some giant ones. I just ran out of time. There's like a window where it's good to move them. Of course, I got these guys again. Isn't it funny that they do well there? And these are from last year. And I tried to do a lot of direct sowing here, and that was, the borage worked out well, but it died off pretty quickly. And then again, I came in, I needed to fill this bed, and I had all these impatient seeds, but you can see they're already dying back. And I direct sowed some of these smaller coleus, but that was not smart. Coleus just takes too long. And I've got some really nice coleus over here that I started, indoors a long time ago, and they're looking amazing, and they're still got a long way to go. But these ones I direct sowed They're still very tiny. So a big thing I did this year, which didn't really work the way I wanted. I have video of it. Is I pulled a lot of perennials out of here so I could do what I've done here is put more annuals in there. But right up against this tree it's hard to get in there to direct sow. It's easy to get here, you know, and out there to direct sow. And I also started too late, and I should have left some little hostas or something around the base there and just kind of focused on this outside. And yeah, it's kind of, I ran out of time, and I had all these impatient seeds, so that's what I crammed this bed full of. And they, you know, they do fine, but they dominate and then they die. You know, by the end of this month they'll all be dead. So, don't love it, but whatever. We'll try something else next year. These are my moonflower plants. We've had flower. I haven't seen a flower yet. I've been so busy, but we got 3 of these, and I direct sowed these this year. I've started them inside in the past. But the ones that are out here that have done really well, I soaked them and direct sowed them. So that's going to be the plan moving forward. Here's a moonflower. That'll probably open this evening. There's been some that have opened. I haven't got a good look at one yet though. So yeah, this bed's still dominated by the hostas. But much improved. Pretty happy with the layout of everything here. Here's Bonnie's sun patience that do so well. Got one of these guys in a pot. That's the only thing I put in that pot. Everything else is carried over. So yeah, I'm okay with the overall look of the shade garden. And I haven't had to do much this year other than plug those annuals in there. Everything else is kind of done just fine on its own. All of this bed I'm fine. It's so long to get this bed to where I'm happy with it or okay with it. But it seems good to me now. Everything in here is looking pretty good now. It looks full and thick, and everything seems to be thriving. And it's a mix, you know, it's not all one plant. I'll keep putting these guys, foxgloves, in there. They take a while before they bloom, but they seem to like this bed, and I like the foliage even though it does take a long time. There's a foxglove. So I will continue to do that throughout the year, start some foxglove indoors and plug them in where I can. And this pathway all looks fine. I could use some more stuff, but it's denser than it ever has been. So I'm not going to go in the backyard in this video. But yeah, this is doing pretty well. Just about everything over here is doing well too. And this is a bed I've built over time, just gradually. A lot of leftover hostas from other stuff. These hostas are doing great in their containers. I have not watered them. I haven't paid any attention to them, and they're flowering and they're looking really healthy. Maybe they're not quite as dark as I would like them to be, but you know, that's doing well. Rhododendron looks well. This is a whatever. I can't remember all these names of plants. Yeah, so this bed's doing pretty good too. And I haven't gotten to my path. I still haven't done this path project. I don't know when I'm going to get to it. This did not work out. This was an attempt to cover this side of the wall with morning glories, and I don't think they get enough water. I wanted this whole thing to be like covered in vine, and it just didn't work out. But that's okay. They grew them from seeds. Hydrangeas did not do as well this year because of a late frost, but they're all surviving and if not thriving. And you know, a lot of these I propagated myself, so I'm real proud of that. This whole row of them they're all ones I self-propagated, not self-propagated, you know what I mean. And I'm not gonna deadhead them this year. I'm gonna let them do their thing. Look at this iron plant. It took a few years, but it is really filled in. So yeah, just keep this video real short. This is how things are looking in July. And I'll probably post some videos that are out of order, that are not, that are from earlier, because I did shoot video of all these projects that I did in March and the pre-planned garden I planted. I just haven't had time to get together and edit them. So hope you like this update. Thanks for watching.